Good afternoon, everybody. This is the day and the age of the good, the bad, and the ugly. As good as technology is, there's a very bad side to it, too. Now, when I first started out, like with the computer, and I could start out with Facebook and all, I just thought I was on top of the world. Banking used to be so simple. It's not so simple anymore. YouTube started out fairly simple once you got the hang of how to do everything. But now everything is coming into subscriptions. You can't do this unless you have a subscription or an app. If I want to edit this video, I most generally would have to have an app. Now, I'm not sure, but I think but I'd have to do it on the computer. So even if I do my videos on my phone here, then if I wanted to edit this video and maybe add music to it or whatever, I basically really have to have a laptop or a desktop to do that, because they don't fit everything on the phone like you go into YouTube Studio and stuff. And then there's what they've added AI now. Now, I did use some AI for a little bit to construct some videos for music and stuff like that. I really liked that for a minute. But now they've got AI running our channels, or running the fact that whether or not your channel gets seen or your video gets seen, whether or not you're going along with the rules and regulations, whether or not you got to copyright music or whatever. And that AI determines where your video, what genre it goes into. And of course, naturally, it's transcribing everything that you're saying, just like on here right now. You can go in on this video and you can see what I'm saying in words. So it's got everything written down that I'm saying. And if there's some particular, if it gets the idea that this is where this video should go, that's where it will go. Well, YouTube has been making so many different changes. Is it YouTube that's making the changes, or is it AI that's making the changes? So, for instance, if you think you subscribe to my channel or anybody's channel, probably should go in and look and check and subscribe again, because they knock you off. Here's the thing. When you put that bell on for everything that you want to hear, it's not personalized or nothing like that, you put the bell on. But AI, if you don't watch that particular content creator for a couple weeks, or maybe you went on vacation and you're not watching YouTube or anything, and if it sees that you've not been watching that, they knock off your notification, and then maybe they'll even unsubscribe you. They're making the choices and the decisions for what you want in your life, even if it's just something simple on YouTube. Your bank account. You get, oh, by the way, I would go back in and see if your notification bell is on, and or start over again. Unsubscribe and subscribe again. on any of your channels that you like, not just mine. And the banking, I don't know if you've ever noticed that when you get an email, of course, if you're going to have a bank account, you have to have an email. And they send you emails and stuff about what's going on in your bank account. Well, and you can also subscribe to paperless statements. And if you do that, then you don't get anything in the mail. So when they get a new statement, or if they've got a new rule for you to do your banking with, they'll send you an email. And they make sure that they tell you that there's a statement that you might want to look into because there's been some changes made. But if you don't go in and look at that, and they tell you that if you have no disagreements about what that statement is, they're just going to assume that you're okay with it, and whatever the changes were. It might be, well, you ain't allowed to take any more out than $100 a week. But if you didn't go in and look at that and agree to that, then they're just going to assume you agreed to that. But if you don't agree to that, to use of that app, especially the app, your banking app that you have on your phone, then you can't use it anymore. That's the bottom line. So there you go. And all the things that you've done, you paid your bills, you use Zelle, all these different things on that app. Now you can go to your bank account on your computer, but again, you can't do everything on that you can do on the app. So they got you coming and going. So be sure that if you don't agree with it, then you have to get rid of the app, because they're not going to let you use it, because you got to follow the rules and the regulations of what it means to have that app. It's mind-boggling, I'm telling you. And I mean, I sit here, okay, I have Roku. Now, in the last couple months, Roku has absolutely taken over my TV. It makes its changes itself. It puts what apps it wants to put on my TV. One day it said, you've got a brand new smart TV. Well, I didn't have a smart TV to begin with. I can't even use the remote that I had for my TV, because I set it up so that Roku remote would shut off and turn on my TV with it. So now Roku owns my TV. It puts whatever background on it wants to. I didn't say that I wanted that background. I didn't say I wanted all those apps on my screen. AI of the Roku decided that's what it was going to put on there, and that's what it put on there. We don't have nothing to say too much about anything if we want the conveniences of society. You can't go simple anymore. You try to go simple, I'm almost about as down to as simple as I can in my living as I can possibly go. Now right now I'm sitting here, 3 fans on in my house. Everything's all shut up. Now it's all cloudy out here because of the smoke that's coming from the Canada fires and all up and around that area. But it's still hot. So I'm sitting here in front of the fan. I went about trying to find this so I could do the, hopefully, my video is louder by me doing this. This is a microphone. So, I run around here in the heat and still trying to, okay, I got a dress on in case the man from the RV comes to look at my roof. Trying not to, trying to put as much cover up as I can without being too hot. And that irritated me and agitated me to no end. So these little things that are agitating me is like what they're doing to my channel on YouTube. AI don't go by feelings. It'll put your video wherever it sees fit to put it, and not it don't care what your feelings are about it. It don't care that this may be your job, that you need to make money off of this, and what kind of distraught it might be bringing you if you aren't making any money. It don't care. It's programmed by some man, some woman, somewhere to be what they want it to be. So, I'm just saying, technology is good in one form of the word, but you can't live simple anymore, folks. Even people that want to go out there and live off-grid, you can't live simple. Because when you're living off-grid, you still want some form of lights. You still want to run your phone, so you have to charge it up somehow. So that means you have to have some form, way to charge it. Charge it in your car, yes, but then that takes gasoline. Or if you got an electric car, it takes electric. So we're pushed up against the wall, folks. And like I said, as simple as I have gotten it, almost to the fact that when I want to eat something, I go to the store, grab me up something, and I eat it for that day. I've got some watermelon in there. I got a couple potatoes, but I'm pretty much done with the potato thing to see if I get healthier. Nightshades. So, anyway, I'm gonna go for now, and I'm trying to believe that I can, but how much simpler can I go? How can I have an easier, more satisfying life without technology? Without depending on other people and other things? That's the question. So, do I want to continue to say, if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right? Well, yeah, because that's a whole nother system. That system of believing that you can or believing you can't is the universe's job. So, And I know I've talked to you many times about this. So here we all are, pushed against the wall. And do we have to succumb to the technology and still let it come out right? Well, if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. Because that's all up to the universe. That's all up to the Creator to make things happen for us if we believe. Believe in ourselves, believe in what we say and what we think. So, but anyway, I'm going to go. You have a great day. I love you all.